Well, numbers released just this week as part of the third annual Morningside College poll show that the majority of Iowans approve of the job that Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds is doing, and her overall rating would likely jump even higher if a proposed property tax cut she's proposed gets a thumbs up from lawmakers. I recently asked the governor about that and other issues facing lawmakers this session, and what she had to say tonight in our one-on-one State of the State conversation.
Let's be bold and visionary. Let's seize this opportunity and make the next decade Iowa's best.
Governor Reynolds is asking lawmakers to consider increasing the state sales tax by 1 cent, raising an estimated $540 million in 2021 for mental health and other initiatives.
We're in a good place as we head into this next decade, and we want to continue to build on the successes that we've seen. And I wanted to be bold. I didn't want to look at just this year.
To offset the tax increase, the governor also proposes an income tax cut by an average of an additional 10% beyond the rate set for next year.
One of the tax ranking foundations indicated if we can implement this, it'll take us, right now we're ranked about 42nd, and it'll take us to 20th. So it makes us so much more competitive.
Like her counterparts in neighboring states, Governor Reynolds says that she is concerned about the potential for flooding again this spring, as well as into the future. Do you see anything that could be done at a higher level from whether it's federal government or the Corps of Engineers?
When we're out in D.C. in February, we're going to sit down with the Corps and our U.S. senators and really talk about how we can't continue to do the same thing and expect different results. And we can't continue to put money into our interstates and our highways, rebuilding over and over every year. Let's think about how we can do this holistically from a regional perspective, and let's do it right.
Another regional issue, Trump administration waivers allowing big oil refineries to avoid blending ethanol with their product. Dozens of ethanol plants, including 2 here in Siouxland, have closed, but the governor says the president will get it right. We hear the president say they need to be set here, and EPA does what they want to do. Are you concerned?
I'm always concerned, but I've sat down with the president. I've talked to him. I've seen him tell me over and over, we are going to make sure that it's 15 billion gallons. So, you know, we'll see. That should come in prior to the election.
Where are you on medical marijuana these days? I know a year ago when we talked, we talked about being cautious and slow, and let the medical board do their work and do the research and then make a plan. Have they done the work that you need to see?
I hope we can get a bill back. I agreed with all other components of that bill, all other 8 recommendations, and so as we meet with them, I've said let's find a compromise, and then I hope you will send that bill back to me, because I would look forward to signing that.
In 2016, under then Governor Branstad, Iowa privatized its Medicaid system. 3 years later, the system continues to have issues. Earlier this month, Iowa withholding some $44 million in payments to one of its 2 insurance providers.
Well, I've said I'm not going to travel the state and hear from providers that they're not being paid in a timely manner. It's unacceptable. Part of the problem with them also is they're experiencing the same worker shortage that everybody is.
Do you think that the state will have to withhold again in February, or?
I just don't know. I'm not intimately engaged in that, and we need to collectively figure this out. We all have a role in this, and we need them helping us manage the system, but we need to make sure that we're adequately and timely paying our providers who are delivering the services to Iowans.
On Monday, Iowans will make their presidential preference known. And although the spotlight shines brightest on the Democratic Party for Iowa caucuses 2020, Governor Reynolds says she's paying close attention. We're going to pull this off again and be able to keep that first-in-the-nation status?
I think so, because honestly, I mean, we talk about it every time this rolls around. You know, Iowa's going to lose it, but I just don't think there's another state that can do it as well as we do it. We're a purple state. We really are. I mean, if you look at the history, I think that reflects that. So I think, you know, it makes a lot of sense.